A galaxy far, far away captured our imagination when Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope first graced the silver screen, introducing us to a universe of epic battles, glowing lightsabers, and starships traversing impossible distances. Yet, beneath the spectacle and adventure lies a story of deeper resonance, one of heartbreak, loss, and tragedy. Over the decades, the cast of this beloved saga not only brought unforgettable characters to life but also became icons of popular culture. However, fate has not always been kind. Many of these cherished stars have faced untimely deaths, leaving behind a void that fans across the globe feel deeply. Each passing is a poignant reminder of the enduring legacy they leave behind, a legacy as powerful as the Force itself, transcending the boundaries of time and space. Join us as we take a heartfelt journey through the bittersweet stories of these beloved actors, whose final farewells have become etched into the hearts of millions. In their last moments, their brilliance didn't fade, it blazed brighter, leaving a legacy that continues to shine like the stars in the galaxy they brought to life. Phil Brown, born in 1916, portrayed Uncle Owen Lars, the gruff yet caring guardian of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Brown's career had been tumultuous long before his role in the film, as he was one of the many actors blacklisted during the McCarthy era, forcing him to flee to England to continue his craft. This exile cast a long shadow over his personal life and career, alienating him from many Hollywood connections. Though he found steady work in British cinema, the pain of professional rejection and displacement lingered. Phil Brown passed away in 2006 at the age of 89 due to pneumonia, a condition compounded by Parkinson's disease, leaving behind a legacy of resilience amidst political and personal upheaval. Carrie Fisher, born in 1956, embodied Princess Leia Organa, the fierce, witty, and iconic heroine of the Rebel Alliance in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope and its sequels. Fisher's life off-screen, however, was a tempest of personal struggles and public revelations. The daughter of Hollywood royalty Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher, her childhood was marked by the scandal of her father leaving her mother for Elizabeth Taylor. This tumultuous family history shaped much of Carrie's adult relationships and mental health battles. She struggled with bipolar disorder and addiction, often chronicling her pain with searing honesty and humor in books like Postcards from the Edge. Her romantic life was equally stormy, including a high-profile affair with Harrison Ford during the filming of Star Wars. Tragically, Carrie Fisher passed away in 2016 at 60 after suffering a heart attack, with drug use noted as a contributing factor in the coroner's report. Just a day later, her grieving mother, Debbie Reynolds, died of a stroke, adding another layer of heartbreak to Fisher's complicated legacy. Sheila Fraser, born in 1920, portrayed Aunt Beru Lars, the warm and nurturing guardian of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Known for her work in British theatre and television, Fraser's career was steady but never soared to the heights of stardom. Her personal life was marked by a sense of isolation. She never married and had no children, dedicating herself entirely to her craft. Despite her gentle presence on screen, Fraser faced significant health challenges in her later years, including a devastating fall that left her physically frail. She passed away in 2000 at the age of 79 from complications related to the fall, leaving behind a modest but heartfelt legacy in the world of acting. Peter Cushing, born in 1913, brought an icy elegance to the role of Grand Moff Tarkin, the ruthless commander of the Death Star, in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. Cushing was a beloved figure in British cinema, renowned for his work in Hammer horror films. Yet, his life was steeped in profound sadness. The love of his life, Helen Beck, whom he married in 1943, passed away in 1971, leaving him inconsolable. He reportedly never recovered from her death, describing his remaining years as a mere existence rather than a life. His career continued, but his heartache was palpable, often reflected in the poignant depth of his performances. Cushing passed away in 1994 at the age of 81, succumbing to prostate cancer. Despite his success, his life was shadowed by the enduring grief of losing his wife. Jack Purvis, born in 1937, played the role of the Chief Jawa in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977, lending his unique presence to the mysterious desert scavengers of Tatooine. A frequent collaborator with director George Lucas, Purvis appeared in all 3 films of the original trilogy in various roles. Outside of his career, his life was marked by moments of tragedy. A devoted family man, Purvis's world changed irrevocably in 1991 when a car accident left him paralyzed from the neck down. The accident forced him into early retirement, ending a career of physical performances that had defined his life. Jack Purvis passed away in 1997 at the age of 60 due to complications from his paralysis, leaving behind an enduring legacy as one of the unsung heroes of the Star Wars saga. Alec Guinness, born in 1914, was the distinguished actor who brought depth and gravitas to the role of Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi, the wise Jedi Master who mentored Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Guinness's career spanned decades, earning him accolades such as an Academy Award for The Bridge on the River Kwai, 1957. Despite his professional success, Guinness harbored complex feelings about Star Wars, reportedly resenting its overwhelming popularity and the typecasting that followed. His personal life, too, was a mosaic of turmoil and secrecy. Known for his private nature, Guinness struggled with balancing his deeply religious beliefs with societal pressures, and some aspects of his private relationships remained subjects of speculation. He remained married to his wife, Marilla Solomon, for over 60 years, though their union was not without its challenges. Alec Guinness passed away in 2000 at the age of 86 from liver cancer, an illness that robbed the world of one of its greatest cinematic legends. Alex McCrindle, born in 1911, played General Dodonna, the Rebel Alliance leader who devised the strategy to destroy the Death Star in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. A seasoned Scottish actor, McCrindle had a long but relatively low-profile career in theatre, film, and television. Despite his professional achievements, McCrindle's life was not without hardship. His marriage to actress Honor Arundel brought moments of happiness, but their life together was cut short by her untimely death in 1973. McCrindle was left to raise their children alone, a role he approached with quiet determination despite his grief. He died in 1990 at the age of 78 from undisclosed causes, leaving behind a legacy of quiet strength both on and off the screen. Kenny Baker, born in 1934, was the man behind R2-D2, the beloved astromech droid who became a symbol of hope and loyalty in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Baker's career began in vaudeville and comedy acts, where he overcame significant challenges associated with his dwarfism, turning his 3-foot 8-inch frame into a source of empowerment. Despite his success, Baker's life was often marked by personal trials. His marriage to Eileen Baker, who also had dwarfism, was a rare source of joy, but the strain of their shared health issues cast a shadow over their time together. Baker struggled with chronic health problems throughout his life, including respiratory and heart issues. He passed away in 2016 at the age of 81, just weeks before his birthday, from complications related to his long-term illnesses. His resilience and humor left an indelible mark on Star Wars fans and the world of cinema. Eddie Byrne, born in 1911, portrayed General Willard in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. An Irish actor with a prolific career, Byrne worked extensively in British cinema and television, often appearing as stern authority figures. Despite his professional success, his personal life was marked by solitude. Byrne remained unmarried and had no children, dedicating his life to his craft but struggling with feelings of isolation. He battled health problems in his later years and passed away in 1981 due to complications from a stroke. His quiet death, away from the limelight, mirrored the understated roles he often played. Peter Mayhew, born in 1944, became an icon as the towering Chewbacca, the beloved Wookiee, in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope and its sequels. Standing 7 feet 3 inches due to a genetic disorder called gigantism, Mayhew faced physical challenges throughout his life, which worsened as he aged. Despite these difficulties, he maintained a deep connection with Star Wars fans and continued to attend conventions, cherishing the role that defined his career. Off-screen, Mayhew enjoyed a stable family life, marrying Angie Luker and raising 3 children. However, his immense stature took a toll on his health, leading to debilitating mobility issues and multiple surgeries. Peter Mayhew passed away in 2019 from a heart attack at his home in Texas, leaving behind a legacy of kindness and warmth that endeared him to generations of fans. Drew Henley, born in 1940, appeared as Red Leader in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope. A British actor with a bright start to his career, Henley was known for his theatre work before transitioning to film. However, his life was overshadowed by personal struggles, including a battle with bipolar disorder that disrupted his career and relationships. Henley was married to actress Jacqueline Pierce for a time, but their relationship ended amid his mental health challenges. Later, he found love with Felicity Kendall, though their union was also short-lived. He retired from acting after Star Wars, his illness making it difficult to continue. Henley spent his later years in relative obscurity, passing away in 2016 due to natural causes, his brief yet impactful role in Star Wars remaining a cherished memory for fans. David Prowse, born in 1935, played the imposing physical presence of Darth Vader in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope and its sequels, though his voice was famously replaced by James Earl Jones. Standing tall as a former bodybuilder and weightlifting champion, Prowse had a commanding career in fitness and acting. However, his role in Star Wars brought him both fame and heartbreak, as he felt sidelined by the decision to dub his voice and was later estranged from the franchise due to conflicts with its creators. Prowse's personal life was relatively stable, married to Norma Scammell for decades and raising 3 children, yet he harbored feelings of professional disappointment. In his later years, he suffered from arthritis and prostate cancer, which limited his mobility and diminished his once vibrant health. Prowse passed away in 2020 from complications related to COVID-19, leaving a complex legacy as a beloved yet bittersweet figure in Star Wars history. William Hudkins, born in 1948, portrayed Red 6, Perkins, the brave yet ill-fated rebel pilot in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope. Hudkins was known for his ability to breathe life into supporting characters, but his career was often overshadowed by his typecasting in roles such as bureaucrats and henchmen. Behind the scenes, Hudkins grappled with health issues, his imposing physique often a source of professional stereotyping and personal frustration. His romantic life was marked by fleeting connections and a deep yearning for stability, which he never fully attained. Hudkins passed away in 2005 at the age of 57, succumbing to pancreatic cancer. His death came as a poignant reminder of his struggles, leaving fans and peers mourning the loss of a talent often underappreciated in his lifetime. Don Henderson, born in 1931, brought a sharp, commanding presence to the role of General Taggy, a pragmatic voice among the Imperial leadership in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope. Henderson's career spanned theater, television, and film, but he often found himself in antagonistic roles that belied his softer, more introspective nature off-screen. His personal life was a turbulent saga of marital discord and strained family relationships, as his commitment to acting often left little room for domestic harmony. Despite these challenges, he remained a devoted father, though his efforts to bridge emotional divides often fell short. Henderson passed away in 1997 from throat cancer, a tragic end for a man whose voice had been a defining feature of his performances. Jeremy Sinden, born in 1950, played the role of Gold II, one of the rebel pilots in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope. His character was a brief yet memorable part of the film, embodying the courage of the Rebel Alliance during the Death Star assault. Despite his brief screen time, Sinden's career stretched beyond Star Wars, and he became a respected figure in British theatre and television. However, his personal life was marred by emotional turmoil. Sinden's marriage and relationships were fraught with difficulties, and his attempts to balance a demanding career with his private life often led to feelings of isolation. His strained relationship with his father, actor Donald Sinden, loomed large over his life, adding to his sense of inadequacy in his personal sphere. Sinden died in 1996 at the age of 46, his life cut short by cancer, a tragic end that left his family and friends grieving for the man he could have been, had he found peace in both his career and his relationships. Alfie Curtis, born in 1930, is best known for his uncredited role as Dr. Evazan in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope, where he delivers one of the film's most menacing lines, "He doesn't like you." Despite this, Curtis's acting career never fully reached the heights that his Star Wars appearance promised. His personal life, much like his career, was marked by disappointment and a sense of unfulfilled potential. Curtis had a reputation for being difficult, which, combined with his frequent battles with addiction, led to the deterioration of his relationships. His romantic entanglements were short-lived, and he faced strained relationships with his children. Curtis passed away in 2017 at the age of 87, reportedly from complications related to his health. His death was a quiet affair, and while he remains somewhat remembered for his role in Star Wars, his life had been largely overshadowed by his personal struggles. Harry Fielder, born in 1940, was a British actor who appeared in many films, often as an extra or in uncredited roles. In Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977, Fielder played a Death Star trooper, though his role was uncredited. His career in film was marked by numerous appearances in smaller roles, where he often portrayed soldiers, guards, or other background figures. Behind his work in cinema, Fielder led a relatively private life. Tragedy struck in his personal life when he was diagnosed with terminal illness, which overshadowed his later years. His relationships, both familial and romantic, were not widely publicized, but it was known that he struggled with personal demons and faced the trials that came with living in the shadows of Hollywood fame. Fielder passed away in 2021 at the age of 81, his death attributed to health complications stemming from his long-standing illness. His death was quietly mourned by his family and a few close friends, but he remained a forgotten figure in the grander narrative of the Star Wars legacy. Maria de Aragon, born in 1942, is most famously known for portraying Greedo, the notorious bounty hunter in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977, though her role was also uncredited. De Aragon's involvement with Star Wars was a turning point in her career, but her trajectory in Hollywood was complicated. She faced the harsh realities of typecasting, which limited her opportunities in the industry after her iconic Star Wars role. In her personal life, she faced significant struggles, including tumultuous romantic relationships and a troubled family dynamic that fueled her feelings of isolation. Tragically, de Aragon's life was marked by an intense period of emotional and mental turmoil, often compounded by her struggle to balance fame with personal demons. Her mental health took a toll on her, and she later distanced herself from the public eye, retreating from acting and living a more private existence. Maria passed away in 2024 at the age of 82. The exact cause of her death was not publicly disclosed, though it is believed that she had been battling health issues for several years. Despite her passing, her role in Star Wars remains a lasting symbol of her brief, yet impactful, time in the spotlight. Richard Leparmentier, 1946–2013, played the role of General Mahdi in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. Mahdi, a high-ranking officer in the Galactic Empire, is famously seen in a tense scene where he confronts Darth Vader and mocks the power of the Force. Richard's life, however, was far more complicated than his portrayal of the confident officer. Although he enjoyed a varied career in film and television, it was not without its struggles. Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Leparmentier's career spanned over 3 decades, but he often faced difficulties finding consistent roles. Richard's personal life mirrored some of the hardship he faced in his professional one. Married 3 times, his relationships were troubled, and his later years were marked by loneliness. He passed away at the age of 66, in 2013, while living in England. His death, while not a major public event at the time, was a reminder of the often overlooked lives of character actors who made important contributions to beloved franchises. Peter Diamond, 1929–2004, is remembered for his uncredited roles in Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, where he appeared as a stormtrooper, Tusken Raider, Death Star Trooper, and Garuf Lefoe. Diamond, a stuntman and actor, had a career in Hollywood that spanned multiple decades, contributing to many films beyond Star Wars. He was also part of the stunt work for other iconic franchises, including James Bond films and Indiana Jones. However, his personal life was filled with hardships, especially when it came to his family. Peter had a strained relationship with his children and faced long periods of unemployment as the stunt industry changed. Although he was known for his work ethic and dedication to his craft, Diamond's latter years were overshadowed by financial difficulties. His career slowly dwindled as the movie industry evolved and stuntmen became less recognized. In 2004, Peter Diamond passed away due to complications from a heart attack at the age of 95. Despite his extensive contribution to action films, his passing was largely unnoticed in the public eye, highlighting the often forgotten lives of those behind the scenes in Hollywood. Fred Wood, 1921–2003, had a small but memorable appearance in Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope, where he played an uncredited cantina patron. In this role, Wood was part of the iconic scene where various strange characters filled the Mos Eisley Cantina, helping set the tone for the universe George Lucas created. Though his time in the spotlight was brief, his acting career spanned several decades, mostly in minor roles in film and television. Wood's personal life, however, was fraught with difficulty. He was known to have struggled with alcoholism, which had a significant impact on both his relationships and career. His marriage was troubled, and he faced estrangement from his children, leading to a fractured family life. Despite his steady work in film, Fred Wood was often overlooked in Hollywood, and his financial situation was precarious. Wood passed away at the age of 82 in 1921. His death, largely unnoticed by the public, was another reminder of the fleeting nature of fame, especially for those who contributed to the backdrop of major film franchises like Star Wars but never quite received recognition for it in their lifetimes. How do you feel about the passing of the actors from Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope? Which one do you remember the most? Their contributions to the galaxy far, far away were often brief, but their impact was profound. Behind each iconic scene, there were stories of personal struggles, triumphs, and heartaches that we may never fully understand. It's a reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who live forever on screen. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our latest videos. Let's keep the memories of these unforgettable stars alive, together.